Happy Monday, first graders. Today we are going to play a math game to practice our doubles facts. I know we played one on Friday, so I'm hoping that after today we are super quick with our doubles facts, and that's going to help us as we move forward in math this week. And before we start our game, I wanted to give you a heads up on what we'll be doing each day in math this week. As I said, today we'll be playing a doubles game. Tomorrow, we will start working with near doubles facts and use them to balance number sentences. Wednesday, we will use near doubles to add. Thursday, we'll be using near doubles to subtract. And then on Friday, we'll play another math game using near doubles. Here are I can statements for today. Today, I can spin a number and quickly double it. Again, we're going to try and get pretty speedy with our doubles facts today. And then the bonus activity, if you think you have your doubles facts down, they're easy peasy for you, you can try to spin a number and half it. And that activity will be in the second video below. So I'm going to try and recreate a activity mat that is similar to one that we use in the classroom. And all you're going to need for this activity is a piece of paper, a paper clip, and something to write with, either a pen or a pencil. Now, if you have markers and crayons, that's great. I'm going to be using those for my activity sheet, but all you need is the things that you see on the screen here: paper, pencil or pen, and a paper clip. So the first thing you're going to want to do is do the best you can to draw a circle, and then we're going to make our spinner out of this circle. And all we need to do that is draw some straight lines. So I'm going to first draw a straight line down the middle of my circle. And I'm going to cut my pizza, or my circle, kind of into a pizza. So after I do that, now it doesn't have to be perfect. As you can see, my line is already a little bit more to the left than it should be, but that's okay. I'm going to draw a line as close as I can to the middle, going across. So I now have 4 spaces in my spinner, but I want 8 spaces in my spinner, so I'm going to have to draw 2 more lines. So now I'm going to look at one of my fourths of my circle here, this piece here. I'm going to try and cut this piece in half. So right in between these 2 lines. And if you want to try and draw a dot in between them first. And then I'm going to go right through the middle of my circle here to the other side. And then finally, I'm going to do the same thing on this side over here, right in between these lines here where I have this big space. Going to draw a circle and then go right through the center of my circle to the other side. So if you need to pause the video and make sure you have those lines drawn, you can, and then press play. The next thing that we're going to do is draw some numbers into our spinner. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sections, but we only want 6 numbers, so our numbers are going to repeat. So you can start with the number 1 and just go until you get to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're just going to repeat 1 and 2 again. So that is what our spinner will look like. The next thing we're going to need to do is create a space on our game mat to record the doubles facts that we find. And all we're going to do for that is to draw or write the numbers 1 through 12 on the bottom of our page, going across the bottom of our page. And it'll look like this. And you want to leave about a finger space in between each number. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now, once you have your numbers 1 through 12 on the bottom of your game mat here, in between each of our numbers, we're going to do the best we can to draw a straight line up. If you have a ruler or something to help keep your line straight, and you want to use that, that's great. But it doesn't have to be perfect here. So I'm going to do the best I can to take my time to draw my lines straight. So I'm going to start right in between my 1 and my 2. And draw a line up. And I don't want to draw my line all the way into my spinner. I want to leave a little space here so I have room for my spinner. And I'm just going to keep doing that. Now I'm going to do it between the numbers 2 and 3. 3 and 4. And I'm going to do that all the way down my number line here. I'm going to fast forward the video to the end of my number line here, and then you can just pause it here, and then once you have all the lines drawn, you can press play. Okay, friends, when you're done drawing your lines, your game mat should look something like this. If you needed some help with the grown-up that you're with to draw your straight lines or your circle, that's perfectly fine, because the most important part of this is that you're practicing your doubles facts. So now that our game board is ready to rock and roll, you're going to take your paper clip and your pencil, and that's going to be your spinner. So if you place your paper clip so that the end of the paper clip, the rounded end, is in the middle of the spinner, and then place your pencil or your pen and place the point touching right to the middle of the spinner. And then while you're holding it, or while a loved one is holding it, you can go ahead and give it a flick. And then you'll land on a number. So I landed on the number 2. And now I'm going to need to quickly double that number. So if you know that your doubles facts and you know right away, 2 doubled is 4, great. If you need to take 2 fingers and 2 more, count them up, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's fine also. And then you're going to shade in above that number. So 2 doubled was 4, so I'm going to shade in above the number 4. Now if you are shading in with pencil or pen, that's fine, but I'm going to shade in with some crayons. So I'm just going to shade in a little bit above the number 4. If you'd like to draw horizontal lines to make your boxes even, that's fine. But the most important part is that you're doubling the numbers, and then coloring it in is just for fun. So again, to spin. This time I got the number 1. 1 doubled. If you know 1 doubled is 2, or if you need to use your fingers, that's fine. But now we need to color in or shade in above the number 2. I'll pick a different color here. Let's see. Okay. All right, let's do 2 more. I already did 1. Let's try and get a bigger number here. Oh, looks like it's a little bit more on the 4. All right, let's go with 4. So 4 doubled, which is just 4 plus 4 is 8. And again, these are all going to be, besides the 6, are going to be addition facts within 10. So we should be starting to get pretty speedy with these. 4 and 4 is 8. We'll shade in above the number 8. And I know we all like to have our numbers race, so you can make a prediction before which number you think is going to win. Right now we have a three-way tie for the lead. All right, let's spin one more, and then you can go ahead and play the game on your own. Already got one. Let's try and get a different one. Already got two. All right, how about three? So 3 doubled is just 3 plus 3. What's 3 plus 3 doubled? Tell me. All right, I know we all said 6. Let's get here. Let's go with some blue violet. This is my favorite color. So 3 doubled is 6, so we'll shade in our 6. And you can go ahead and I would try and play until you've doubled all of your numbers twice. So you've shaded in each of these numbers on the bottom at least 2 times. If you want to keep playing and try and shade all the way to the top, that's awesome. If this is super, super easy for you and you're knowing your doubles facts without even having to count on your fingers, you just know them right away. 2 doubled is 4, 3 doubled is 6. Then go ahead and click the next video below this and you can try an activity that's a little bit trickier.